about a year and a half into the job, my brother passed away. My brother Anthony passed away, and I started drinking heavy again. That was my coping mechanism. Like I said, alcohol saved my life.
Blessings and love, kings and queens. Blessings and love. Praying that this message is reaching you in the best of health while I'm sending you my blessings and love. Because somebody woke up dead today, and it most definitely was not you. It was not you.
Every time I close my eyes, I see your face. It's still hard to realize you had to leave this place. For us to one day reunite, be my saving grace. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes it's hard to keep.
I'm on a mission to do whatever it takes to live the life of my dreams. And I want to help other people live the life of their dreams as well. So click the subscribe button and grow with me as I document my dream-saving journey.
Blessings and love, kings and queens. Blessings and love. Praying that this message is reaching you in the best of health while I'm sending you my blessings and love. Because somebody woke up dead today, and most definitely was not you. It was not you. So I want to thank y'all this evening for joining me for another episode of Growing with DiiRT. And on tonight, we're going to have a story time. Story time. I am going to let y'all in on how alcohol saved my life. Yeah, you heard right. Alcohol saved my life. Oh, excuse me. So, man, let me start at the beginning. So the first time I can remember getting intoxicated or being intoxicated was 3134 Cuthbert Avenue, Oakland, California. That's where, my dad was living at the time, and my older brother Anthony got some stuff that I wouldn't recommend nobody drinking called Cisco. We call it liquid crack from liquid crack. But anyway, my older brother had a young lady over that he was entertaining, and they was sipping on something, and I wanted to be, hanging with the big kids on that day that we all ditched school, and I chugged it. I plugged my nose and I chugged the Cisco, and I got sick. I got stupid sick, like Earl sick, everywhere sick. My brother trying to feed me bread to sop it up, and it was just, I remember that very vividly. And then I remember the next time I got drunk. I drank, was sneaking beers and stuff like that, and just little kids sneaking beers, and because my dad drank and my other older siblings drank, but I wasn't a drinker. But the next time I remember getting drunk was with my cousin Billie Jean. We got some Mad Dog 2020 the night that my friend, I want to say, was it Brandon's party? Or was it, I think it was Brandon's party at Christopher's house, or it might have been Christopher's party. But I think it was Brandon's party. But anyway, we got drunk off some Mad Dog 2020. I think it was some purple, great Mad Dog 2020. Then teenage years, like 16, 17, started drinking with the fellas and was drinking. Drinking started to take a turn for me, though, when I lost my little brother. When I lost my little brother, I started drinking, and it really affected just who I was, because it was my go-to to numb that pain from my little brother being murdered. And unfortunately, my little brother was murdered right when I first got married. So I became almost a real alcoholic right at the beginning of my marriage, almost an uncontrollable alcoholic. And I was drinking to numb the pain of losing my brother. I mean, I can consciously say that now. And I was also drinking to masquerade the lie I was living, about the hours I was working, I was forcing myself to be happy with the lifestyle. I love my wife, don't get me wrong. I love we had a daughter, my daughter Greer at the time. And I was happy with that, because that's what my dream was. That's what my goal was, to get a beautiful wife and start a beautiful family. And I had that. But the particular just day-to-day stuff, and just pretending that I was happy doing that, but didn't want to be ungrateful for having good jobs and stuff, it was hard to live that lie. So drinking made it easy, on top of coping with losing my little brother. So I started drinking, and then I lost a few more family members, like my dad, my other brother, my grandma, my sister. It was different family members, and I developed a real drinking problem. And alcohol was my best friend. Like it was my go-to. But the thing that alcohol did to save my life was developing that drinking problem. Is like I told y'all, I've been working since 15, supporting myself since 17. I'm a hard-working man. I go get it. I will work. Like I don't mind doing that, but it just wasn't happy. I didn't like being away from my family. I didn't like putting in the hours and then just still barely getting by. Like something just wasn't adding up. It just didn't feel right in my soul anyway. But I always got good jobs. I always was a good worker. And I got, a good head on my shoulders. So I was able to always get good jobs, and it made it hard to pretend to be happy without drugs and alcohol. Like, because I had good jobs that paid good money, and that's what everybody's supposed to have. And like, you got to be grateful. Like, so, but I wasn't happy. It's hard to explain. I hope somebody understand and feel what I'm trying to say, because somebody out there to feel what I'm trying to say. But long story short story long, I ended up getting a really good job that required me to have my driver license. I had 2 really good jobs, 2 full-time jobs, right? So I was working one job at the water company, making a nice little piece of change per hour. Then I had another job at an airline working a nice little piece of change an hour. Both of them was full-time jobs. I was working both jobs every day. So 2 full-time jobs that paid me very handsomely every day. And I would have done that to the day I died or the day I retired, because my family was eating good. We was taken care of, and my mindset at the time made me think that that's what a man's supposed to do, because that's what my daddy did. You know what I mean? So I was willing to do that to the day I died, even though I hated the water job and I just hated being at work all the time. I ended up getting fired because I got a DUI. So DUI, drinking and driving. You need a driver's license to have a job. I got a DUI. They took my driver's license. I lost my job. That was maybe 2012. Oh, I got my years mixed up. But yeah, maybe 2012. So then that's my first DUI. So then I go a couple years jobless, and then I get I knew I had to work, so I didn't know nothing else. I didn't know nothing else other than getting jobs working. I had a family to support, so having had different jobs and picking up side jobs during that 2 years off, I had my mind made up, like, if I'm gonna go back to work and gotta get a job, I want to go back to the airline. That was the funnest, coolest, best job I ever had, and I knew which airline I wanted to work for. So that particular airline I wanted to work for was hiring right up the street in Oakland, and I applied in Oakland, didn't get it. Applied in Oakland, didn't get it. End up applying San Francisco, got it on the first time. So I got on that airline, needed a driver's license to get the job. I got my driver's license back by this time. Got the driver's license, got the job, working, flying straight, doing everything. About a year and a half into the job, my brother passed away. My brother Anthony passed away, and I started drinking heavy again. That was my coping mechanism. Like I said, alcohol saved my life. So at the time, I didn't know anything other to turn to save me. So alcohol was saving me at that time from those traumas of losing family members. Like, I realized that now, right? So I told y'all, alcohol saved my life. Y'all was gonna have to follow to catch along. But so alcohol was my go-to. Ended up getting another DUI, but at this time, the airline I was working for had a union. So the department I was in, we had a union. So I was able to keep my job because of the union. I didn't lose my job. Even though I lost my license, I didn't lose my job this time because of the union. Ended up taking some time off work, handling what I needed to handle. Came back clean and sober, right? Came back clean and sober, y'all. No nothing, right? But I hate working. I don't like working these long hours. And I gotta work these long hours to support the family, and I still, something ain't feeling right. So now it ain't good on the home front. It ain't good there. I'm always at work. I'm not had the relationship with my kids I like, and I end up falling back on that bottle because that was my go-to when things ain't going right, when I'm not feeling easy. I fell back on that bottle. I was working 70 to 80 hours a week. I ended up, when I went back after that second DUI, clean and sober, I ended up getting promoted to supervisor. I don't want to leave that out. So I ended up getting promoted to supervisor, and I'm working 70, 80 hours a week. End up starting to drink again, caught that third Dewey. Supervisors don't have unions. I got fired. no driver license, no fire, right? So alcohol saved my life, y'all, because I realized at that time, after getting fired, after that third DUI, that I had a problem. That alcohol had more control over me than I had over it. And I had to ask myself a serious question, because I was on the verge of losing my marriage. I was on the verge of losing my relationship with my kids. I was on the verge of losing my sanity. I was on the verge of losing everything to that dang on bottom. But alcohol saved my life because it freed me from the bondage of needing to depend on it by opening up my eyes to see how much control over it had over my life. Hopefully y'all picked up what I just put down. So alcohol saved my life by getting me that third DUI and getting me fired, because now I went to go learn knowledge, because I was so heartbroken from losing that job that I was giving 70 to 80 hours a weekend, that I was being honest and truthful to about the whole situation, that knew that I needed this job to provide for my family. And once they fired me, it was like they fired my family. Then I realized that one income was too close to zero. So it hit me hard, and I was heartbroken about losing that job, because my family needed me, and we had just moved into a new house, and it was dependent on me having that income. So I was stressing and worried, but it freed me, and it forced me to man up and be like, why you drinking, bruh? You already had one DUI, 2 DUIs. Now you got 3. Now you facing jail time. Why are you drinking? What's wrong with you? And I realized that I was drinking because I was tired of living that lie. It made it easy to live a lie. So I was like, the only way I could conquer alcohol was to not live a lie. Stop living a lie. And how did I not live a lie? Learn how to build the damn life of your dreams. Go after that. So, Dirt the Dream Saver, we're growing with dirt. That's what we're doing. And that's how alcohol saved my life, because it forced me to get my shit together. It forced me to address the real issues. It forced me to get disciplined. It forced me to do things that, while I was drinking it, I pushed over and lied to myself, because it made drinking, those who know. I'm in tongues because I'm getting worked up, and I'm excited because alcohol saved my life. So we're going up from here, and I want to tell y'all that I can honestly say that I can be comfortable never drinking again. I appreciate the relationship I have with alcohol. I appreciate everything alcohol has done for me and my family, because it helped us appreciate sobriety. It helped me appreciate sobriety. It helped us appreciate this moment and these moments of me conquering that addiction, and me just being the man that I'm becoming, and being the man that I am for my wife and my kids post alcohol addiction. So it makes it that much. I'm not saying that it's okay that I put my family through that while I was drinking and stuff. It gives it, like, it just means more. I don't know. It just means more. Like, damn, it's worth it. Like, it's worth it not to have that drink, because if this is the feeling, this is what I've been craving. This is what I've been yearning to have. This is what I've been. This is what I wasn't putting in the work because I was drinking, and I didn't know how to put in the work. That's another thing too. I was going crazy because I didn't know how to. So now that I took that time when I got fired to force myself to grow up, when I got fired that third time after that third DUI, I forced myself to grow up. I started addressing some stuff. I started learning some stuff. So now I am building the life of my dreams. I went and got the tools and the assets and the resources, and know how to go get whatever else I may need along the way. And I'm willing to teach and help everybody else. That's what Dream Savers is all about. Because it ain't my story. Like, I learned that too. So we're going to have more story times on the Growing with Dirt channel. It ain't my story, y'all. It's God's story. And I'm nobody to keep God's story away from his children. So that's how alcohol saved my life, y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoy story time on this episode of Growing with Dirt. I love y'all all day, every day, and every time. So out.
Blessings and love, kings and queens. Blessings and love. Praying that this message is reaching you in the best of health while I'm sending you my blessings and love. Because somebody woke up dead today, and it most definitely was not you. it was not you.
Every time I close my eyes, I see your face. It's still hard to realize you had to leave this place. For us to one day reunite, be my saving grace. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes it's hard to keep.
I'm on a mission to do whatever it takes to live the life of my dreams. And I want to help other people live the life of their dreams as well. So click the subscribe button and grow with me as I document my dream saving journey.